Hi everybody, welcome back to another lesson in my Level 3 beginner piano course. In this video we're going to learn Czerny's finger exercises from Opus 261, number 1 and number 2. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up. Also, I offer online piano lessons. If you're looking for one, there's going to be information below. We are in the first lesson in the book, which is all about 16th notes or semiquavers, and I feel that these two exercises by Czerny are not just a really good workout or warm-up before your practice session, but they're also really good at establishing that pulse when we have 4 16th notes in one beat and feeling the pulse, because many times when we have a lot of 16th notes or a lot of very quick notes, we can easily lose the beat, the pulse, and the notes just come after each other, but they are not really organized into beats. So the first exercise is for the right hand and the second exercise is for the left hand. Both exercises are identical or almost completely identical apart from the chords, but the 16th notes in the right hand one are in the right hand, and in the left hand one they are for the left hand, to make sure both hands are equally well developed. So I'm going to talk a lot about the right hand exercise, but the exact same applies for the left hand exercise as well. Two main things we need to understand when we have these running 16th notes in the right hand in the first exercise. The first thing you see is that they are grouped into fours. So 4 16th notes are grouped into or beamed together into one group, and we've got 4 of these because the time signature is 4/4, so 4 quarter note beats in every bar, and by the way both hands are notated in the treble clef. The reason why we beam together or group 16th notes into quarter note beats is to easily see where the beat is. And the reason why we need to see where the beat is, first of all, to be able to join it together with the left hand, but also to create a sense of 4 times. So if we don't have any strong beats or weak beats, we can't tell what time we are in. But if we put a stronger beat on the first in each of these groups, then we're going to feel 4 distinct beats. And you could instantly feel that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we really need to have a sense of the pulse, the beat, that for each beat we've got 4 16th notes and they are in a group. So we don't think of them individually as individual notes, we think of them as a group of 4. So that's about the time, and now let's get to the harder part of this exercise, the actual notes and the evenness. As you can see, the entire right hand is basically staying in the 5-finger C position, so 1 on the C, that's middle C, and 5 on the G, and it's mainly a 5-finger exercise. It's a warm-up because we go stepwise in the first line and we go skipping in the second line. The only place where it gets bigger than 5 notes is the final bar, where we have a C major scale going up, so we need to do a thumb crossing. Now let's play through the notes and then I'll talk about the technical challenges. Starting on the C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now it repeats again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in bar 3 now we have skips, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now it's the beautiful C major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the right hand. So what can really go wrong here? Now the main thing we need is a curved hand shape, a rounded hand shape, curved fingers, a very soft, flexible wrist. As soon as you tense up your wrist and your fingers, it's not going to flow evenly. We need to make sure that the entire piece is completely fluent and even from the first note to the last. So you don't speed up, you don't hesitate, you don't slow down, and none of the notes poke out like louder or quieter. Okay, so keeping it smooth like butter. And the second thing we need to do in order to get to that result is some wrist circles. So as the hand goes up with the scale, we move and then back So the wrist is helping that motion of the melody going up and coming down, almost like in a valley shape. The important thing is to not keep the wrist static in one place and just play from the fingers. We never do that. We let the hand move together with the melody. Also, it really helps to tap the notes with the fingertips instead of trying to push them like what most people do who play a lot on keyboards where you don't have heavy keys like on pianos. So make sure you tap the notes with your fingertips. The exercise has no slur, but you should play the entire right hand and the same in the second exercise, the entire left hand, completely legato from beginning to end. So imagine the legato starts with the first note and finishes with the last. So a beautiful, beautiful legato all the way through, connecting every single note to get that nice flow. And then practicing slowly, making sure that it's perfectly even. Starting very slowly, and as we go faster, if you feel comfortable going faster, then you can start adding less and less motion with the hand, because the faster we play, the less time we have to move the hand. We still do wrist circles, but they're going to be less emphasized because the speed simply doesn't allow us to move the hand so much. The left hand only has two chords. We have a C chord, CE, 1, 2, and 1, 3, 5, a G7 chord, GBF. Now, what I would urge you to do before you play the left hand is to learn or practice switching between the two chords, because it's two different finger groups, 1, 2, 1, 3, 5. Needless to say, every chord has to be played accurately, meaning that all notes, whether it's 3 or 2 notes in the chord, they need to go down at the same time exactly. So instead of, okay, so really concentrating that the 3 or 2 notes go down perfectly together. And when you can switch between the chords very easily, you start playing the left hand counted. Now be careful with the rests because they are on the second and third beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the left hand. Now we're going to put it together, and this is where the pulse really comes in, because the left hand is playing 4 beats, and we have to make sure the right hand comes in perfectly with the first and the fourth beats. So the pulse is very solid as you play through those very quick notes. So I'm going to really exaggerate now the first note in each group, just so you can really hear where the pulse is. And the reason why I did that is because many times when I see students play very quick 16th notes and the left hand has chords to accompany, they struggle to get that group of 16th notes together with the left hand because the right hand is running so quickly, and they lose the sense of the pulse and they can't accurately piece it together with the left hand chords. Now let's take those accents away and tame it down a little bit and go hands together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's a bit harder here. So changing the chords very quickly in the second line, and the right hand also moving between again, different finger number groups is quite tricky. So starting very slowly, and you can increase your speed incrementally. The second exercise, I'm going to talk very little about it because it's identical to the first, but this time the left hand has the 16th note melody, which is the same as the right hand, but starts an octave below middle C. So now here we have bass clef for the left hand. So number 5 on the C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The right hand chords are a little bit different than in the first exercise. We have a C chord, we have a C major chord, E, G, C, 1, 2, 5, and then we have a G7 chord, F, G, B, 1, 2, 4. Again, you want to practice switching between the chords before you play the actual right hand chords counted. So, and then let's go counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hands together. And rounding off the ending. Now, as I said, with both of these, you can either learn them for the lesson, or if you enjoy playing these, you can use it as a warm-up. So for months, you can play it before your practice session to get your fingers moving. It's a really good workout, and every day you can try a little bit faster than the day before. Remember, the faster we go, the less space we have for movement in the hand, but the freer the fingers need to feel, and we need to really tap those notes to make sure the tension doesn't start to sneak in. If you feel tension anywhere, or you start getting very uneven rhythm or uneven pulse, please slow down and relax the hand, curve the fingers, and make sure that technically there's no obstacle in the way of getting this nice and smooth.